I'm your host, Nitin Karthik. As the author of the Amazon bestseller Product Marketing Wisdom, I've always found that real-world case studies are the true litmus test for the effectiveness of any product marketing strategy. And that is why in this show, we dive into the minds of industry titans, as well as rising stars, unpacking their expertise into action-packed episodes that showcase the power of product marketing through real-world case studies. And today, my friends, we are joined by Product Marketing Maestro, Laura Kaminski. Laura is head of product marketing at iTradeNetwork, where she leads go-to-market strategy for data intelligence solutions in the global food supply chain. With over 20 years of experience across SaaS and e-commerce, Laura's expertise spans positioning, customer insights, and cross-functional enablement. She is a PMA ambassador, an NC State MBA graduate, and has held senior product marketing roles at Citrix, ShareFile, and CPA.com. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Laura Kaminski. Laura, welcome to the show.
And thanks for having me. I'm so excited today to talk about AI FOMO, really how product marketers can help their teams navigate this hype without losing focus on their customer value that they're trying to drive.
Absolutely fabulous. I love it. So Laura, as promised, we will give our audience a case study from your experience. And Laura will use the ABC framework. So we'll talk about the antecedents, the prior challenges. We'll talk about the behaviors, what were some of the actions you took, and we'll talk about the conclusion, how things played out. So with that, Laura, pick a situation and tell us what were the antecedents, what were the prior challenges?
Sure. One of the topics I'd like to talk about today is launching AI products. I know this is a hot topic. One of the challenges we were facing, massive pressure to launch something AI. So I know that sounds funny when you're like, launch something AI, and it's like, make the product blue. Like, what does that mean? What's the value this is going to bring? But really what that came from is we had some external, internal pressures coming. We had competitors announcing AI. We're using AI to make this faster for you. And we had some customers asking, like, how are you incorporating AI? It's a hot topic. So the risk we were facing was if we just rush this to market, we're really going to launch some half-baked features that are not going to solve problems. And then also our teams it was forcing us to think of AI as a checkbox instead of a value driver. We did have some things, we had a lot of little things, but we just needed to slow down enough to how can we really focus on customer impact, and then how can product marketing's role be in this without seeing as a roadblocker to the product side development.
I love that, because, I can imagine so many folks out there who have that pressure, right? It's like, hey, everybody's jumping on this AI bandwagon, let's just do something. And this also reminds me of a lesson that I've learned, which is slow is fast and fast is slow. Sometimes when we try to rush things, when they're premature, it usually things they don't work out. So amazing. So thank you for telling us about the antecedents. Now, Laura, let's talk about the behavior. So given these challenges, what were some of the actions that you took?
Sure. So the main thing is really how to reframe the internal conversation. So let's focus on value differentiation, not speed. We had to remind the teams, yes, just because it's AI, it's the fancy, it's the shiny new thing. Launching products is not new to us. Like, not launching new features is not new. Let's rely on our frameworks, our internal things that are tried and true, and let's kind of regroup. So we did kind of two parts. One, we stay disciplined on our process in the frameworks we know. The main thing was setting up a workshop with our product and engineering teams. So lining on a few things. One, what problems are our customers facing out here that we can solve? What impact can AI have on this as a feature to help expedite their time to value? And then what would success look like once we implemented this? And then lastly, what is the story this fits in to our overall product vision, not just a bolted on feature? So to do this, we brought some real customer feedback. We looked about what is going on in the state of our customer. We ended up focusing on our biggest active use of the product and see what we can do here. So once we had this workshop, we then regrouped on the go-to-market strategy overall. So we have this data. We think we know kind of what we do. So once we have it developed, what's the actual go-to-market strategy? And again, it shifted from announce anything to focus on that one impactful use case. So instead of these features, what is the story and the value we're bringing that we can go to market with?
That's really what it's about. It's okay, just to check the box about AI, but if we're not delivering value, all that is for naught. So I love that. So thank you, Laura, for telling us about the behaviors. Now, Laura, let's bring it home, right? So tell us about the conclusion. So how did the situation play out for you?
Yep. So we didn't do a big AI announcement. We launched with a more meaningful, impactful use case. So to give it a real life example, our customers trade perishable items. Think about from the farm all the way up to the retailer, and they need to be able to trace those in case there's a foodborne illness outbreak. One of the challenges we saw our customers having is this data is all over the place. Think of some customer that, yes, they're selling lettuce, but they're selling 3 different SKUs to this customer, 3 different SKUs to this customer. That one item of lettuce could have thousands of variations of packaging and different variations. So how do you trace that back all the way to the farm? So there's a lot of data, and people are doing this manually in spreadsheets. So using that use case, we decided to use AI to automatically categorize those for them and be able to sort this faster and be able to turn this around in actual data versus manual processes and manual spreadsheets. So something that we can have real value to make that person's life better in their daily lives. So what we ended up doing is how do we roll this out? So we had this great idea. We started with some customers that were our friendlies. So rolling out a beta program, one, obviously to see if the product actually works, so that normal side, but also the value. So how much faster was this for our customers? Did this help them get to market faster with the data points that they needed? So once we had those data points, we were able to roll that out into the marketing, build out more thought leadership, and have a more robust downstream where you can actually prove out the value. Long story short, we had an actual solution that helped you make your life better in your role versus just we can make this go faster for you. So having that robust story to tell to our customers helped with the go-to-market process overall.
You started off with this ambiguous, hey, let's get some AI thing, and you delivered something that was actually impactful. Love it, love it. So thank you, Laura, for telling us about that amazing case study. Now, Laura, if people wanted to find out more about you and find out what's next, where can they do that?
Sure, you can definitely follow me on LinkedIn. I will be on a Product Marketing Alliance Talks panel in June talking about revenue alignment. As well, I contribute a lot to the Product Marketing Alliance articles, and the Product Marketing Alliance annual survey is coming out soon. So would love to hear your thoughts on that once that comes out. And again, you can just follow me on LinkedIn.
Absolutely fabulous. So Laura, thank you. Folks, there you have it. Please reach out to Laura. And for even more insights, check out my Amazon bestseller, Product Marketing Wisdom, at productmarketingwisdom.com. And see you next time on Product Marketing Maestros.